Hello again, chaps and chapettes. How are we all doing? It is lovely to see you all again, as always. I was scrolling through my Twitter feed earlier yesterday afternoon, guys, when I came across something that really interests me. I came across a guy who professed to know that right-wing wokeists actually exist, that they are out there somewhere within the internet sphere. Is that even a word? I'll say social media just to save confusion, that they are out there on social media somewhere, that they do exist. Now, of course, initially I thought this was some kind of left-wing wind-up, left-wing joke, some kind of left-wing satire, but of course, colour me surprised, I clicked on his tweet to see what he was actually talking about. Now, to give this guy his due, he did give a very detailed thread as to what he was actually talking about. He was basically suggesting that there are accounts and people out there who profess to be right-wing, St. George's flags in the bio, that kind of a thing, but yet they have wokeist mentalities. Now, initially, I would have thought that was completely impossible. Just imagine it, right? A right-winger who has opinions such as you and me, spliced together with pro-refugee, pro-EU, all the rest of this nonsense, climate change and all that crap, spliced in with right-wing views. That can't be possible, can it? Well, after reading what he said and what I experienced firsthand earlier tonight, I'd say yeah. I'd say it is pretty much a thing. It does exist. Now let me explain, right? There was this guy on my follower list on Twitter who put out a poll. He put out a poll basically saying, will Kemi Badenoch, if ever, apologise to Nigel Farage over her comments about Reform UK membership? And he gave his options: yes, no, never, week or so ago, all that stuff. And I didn't bother voting in this poll because I wanted to make a comment, and I commented in not so many words that people of a certain skin colour don't tend to apologise. That privilege has fallen to the white man over the last 5 or 10 years. And he took exception to this. I mean, serious exception. He gave me both barrels, this guy. Now, let me just explain to you here. This guy had St. George's flags in his bio, Reform UK, all that stuff. He denounced pronouns, denounced the Ukraine, denounced the EU. Pretty much someone who would be receptive, you'd think, to what I said. But oh no, he was in complete shock and complete disbelief that I actually suggested such a thing. He was clutching his pearls tighter than I've ever seen any leftist that I've been in an argument with on Twitter ever before. Now this really did astonish me. He came out with the usual splurge: oh my god, how dare you, you are so racist, you are Mussolini, Hitler, all the rest of the fucking bile that the left-wing tribe tend to throw at you. So he blocked me, of course, before I had a chance to respond, but luckily I use my knowledge when it comes to social media. I have a secret alternate account that I can get the last word in with these assholes, because I can't stand people having the last word that block me before I have a chance to respond. I just told him to calm down, chill out, stop being such a precious little daisy flower. But I found it quite astonishing that someone like that, who should be receptive for what I actually said to him, would go off on a tirade like that. I was not expecting it whatsoever. We were both following each other. He liked a couple of my tweets in the past. I knew who this person was. But no, he just flew out of the handle when I even made the suggestion that another demographic of people won't apologise, but we are expected to apologise. Now, I'm not going to lie to you here, guys. I'm not going to sit here and say that I am all sweetness and light and innocence. I'm not. Over the last, like I've said to you before in past videos, over the last 10, 15, 20 years, my views have become a lot more extreme than they ever used to be when I was in my early teens, for example. And it's society that's done this to me. It's governments that have done this to me. It's the way this country has been run since 1997 that has brought out these, some would say, extreme views. I wouldn't say. They're just a little bit more based than people are probably used to. But, again, you would think that someone with an account such as that would be receptive to what you said. But they weren't. Now, was this guy a wokeist dressed up as a right winger? I'm not too sure. Or is it the case, like this guy initially said, that right wing wokeists do actually exist? I never thought such a thing would be possible. But after, like I say, after what happened earlier this evening with me, I do tend to think that there might be a modicum of truth to this. I don't know. You let me know what you think in comments, guys. What I've told you, what do you think this guy was? Was he a right-wing wokeist, or was he a wokeist in disguise of a right-winger? I don't know. You know better than I do, as you always do. So please, do let me know what you think in the comments. And I'll see you in a bit. Cheers, guys.